Yo, como está mi gente? This is Wild on Twos, and thank you for joining me on my channel. Please hit the like and the subscribe. That does help me out. This week I'm excited that I can bring to you the 2020 Indian Challenger. I've been riding this bike for the past 2.5 hours, messing with all the little gadgets, all the bells and whistles. I'm going to be stopping in the next town just to do a quick walk around and continue on the review. So, let's accelerate into the intro. Let's go. Alright, so we stopped here in Bandera, Texas. We're just going to go over the 2020 Indian Challenger. Alright, so here's a glove box. I mean, this thing pops up and down, but it has my phone. It does have a USB port for charging with my cable. I do have my wallet and the key in there, actually. And it goes back pretty deep, so I mean, you have a lot of room in there to put stuff in. You do have your starter, your wind screen control, key fob, power push, put the power on. We just walk around. This is a nice hard saddlebag. Has plenty of room compared to my Chief. I mean, you can put a lot of stuff in here for travel. Hold a 6-pack or so, and we'll walk around here. Just look at the other bag. Why not? Nice and easy. Push up, open, close. We'll just move over to the ride command, which offers a 7-inch screen connected to traffic and weather overlays, in addition to intuitive destination search. So over here, you're going to go ahead and you can toggle through the screens by touching here, obviously. Over here on the right side, you do have the voltage of the battery. You have tire pressure. On the left side, you have the navigation, which does have traffic and overlay. This is just your navigation here. And it'll have weather and traffic information on there on the full screen. Over here, you actually have 3 rides. You have your range, standard, and sport. And you can control here, switch to sport. But if you have the throttle open and you click to standard, it's going to load and it's not going to activate until I let go of the throttle. Once I let go of the throttle, it will activate. And switch screens. There you can control your brightness also here for your phone. And for music, I don't know, let's go through some songs here. It's a weird mix. I guess I'll put some U2 and just see how it sounds. It's very clear. It's 6.5-inch speakers, and it does have a dynamic equalizer, and it pushes out 100 watts for the speakers. Listen there. We go back to the beginning. Here you have your toggle switch over here. You can go through the screens. We'll get more into that later on, but you can go through all the screens through here. Alright, we're just going to take a walk around and look at this menacing LED running lights, central headlamp, and redesigned and modernized Indian motorcycle headdress, enhancing the front fender. Alright, I'm going to get my gloves here. I'm just going to start the bike up. I mean, it's not going to sound that great. I have noise cancellation on this mic, but we'll see. But this right here is your lock and unlock for the saddlebag. It also has a key fob that will do the same thing. And here for the fuel, I haven't put gas in here. I think I just unlocked it. Yep, there you go. Close right there. All right, we're going to go ahead and start the bike, but yeah, there's your gauges. Like I said, it won't sound probably that great. I have noise cancellation. Let's start her up. Okay. Oh, well, my battery died, so I'm going to restart this. I just pulled to the side, and we're going to get going with this. So I've been riding this bike for already 2.5, 3 hours. I mean, it shifts really smooth, great acceleration. Very comfortable ride. We'll talk a little bit about this bike right now. Man, this bike's smooth. So like I said, it's the all-new Power Plus liquid-cooled V-twin engine. It does pack 122 horsepower with 128 pounds of torque, and I think that's at 3,800 RPM. You do have those three, like we just talked about earlier, three ride modes for the performance. You have the range standard and sport, inverted front suspension, lightweight cast aluminum frames, hydraulically adjustable Fox rear shocks, and you got the race spec mounted Brembo brakes. Man, those are some badass brakes. And I go ahead and try to toggle here with the toggle switch, and you can go through everything through the screen. It's 7 inches touch screen. Yeah, it works with the gloves, and yeah, it goes right through. And here we can test out the speakers while we ride. Like I said, 6.5 inch speakers, 100 watts. You can control it here with the volume. It sounds really clear. It sounds like it's in my helmet. This bike is very, very nimble. Yeah, it sounds clear. Control the volume with my finger. Man, this bike really feels nimble, very smooth, and I'm just going to accelerate a little bit here. I'm not even going to open the throttle that much, and it just takes off. It has good highway speed, great for travel. Yeah, I mean, this is a big difference from my Indian Chief Dark Horse. I'm going to just put mute. Now, earlier in my ride, I was riding through Medina, Texas, and there was a lot of turns. And this does have smart lane technology. It keeps you, grounded, in command of the road. It has that Bosch IMU enabling dynamic traction control. Like I said, ABS with cornering control and a drag torque control. I'm just messing around with this right now. I'm going to try to put sport mode and see how the throttle response, the rev match is. Yeah, there's a lot better. Yeah, a lot better response with the sport mode. You just open it up a little bit. Yeah, because I noticed earlier on when I had the standard, the rev match was a little different, a little delayed. Of course, under rain, it's very delayed. Sport is very touchy. It's a lot better. I think if I would actually leave this probably in sport mode the whole time. I'm just going to open the throttle just a little bit. Oh yeah, this thing gets and goes. I don't even have to open it up all the way. Very, very better response with sport mode. I almost forgot the windscreen. You can control it with this button right here to the right. See, it goes down. That's the lowest point. I still don't get too much wind. I mean, I get a little buffeting on the top helmet, but then I come up and I basically have, I don't feel much at all of wind. I mean, it feels like, it keeps me nice and, I'm still comfortable. I'm not hot. I can probably ride with this windscreen lower. The one thing I've noticed though, with the liquid cooled engine, it still gives off a little heat, little vibration off my right leg. But compared to my Indian Chief Dark Horse, and of course you can't compare this to the Chief Dark Horse. It's a whole different ballgame. If you're going to compare it, I know people compare it to the Road Glide, and that's the competitor. And I'm going to be riding one of those, make a video of the Road Glide and do a comparison. But so far the numbers are better on the Challenger than the Road Glide. It is 108 displacement with the Challenger. The Road Glide is 114 displacement, but the power, there's more power, 122 horsepower in this bike, 128 pounds of torque at 3,800 RPMs. That's something we have to remember. And like I said, I was talking about the heat. My Chief itself lets off a lot of heat, and this liquid cooled engine, I noticed that is not much heat compared to Man, the thing gets and goes. Compared to my Chief, especially. I've been riding this for over, I think, going on 3 hours nonstop. I mean, this thing is nimble. I can go side to side, nice and easy. It does not feel like an 840-pound bike. It really doesn't. It feels the same. I think my bike's about 800 pounds, and it feels the same. It does not feel big. The only thing my complaint will be is the bars. My lower back is kind of hurting after this many hours of non-stop riding. The bars are kind of low and toward me, so it's giving me a lot of play that my lower back. If I had like about 14-inch apes on this, that'll be perfect. I just can't really get over how nimble this bike feels. I mean, it feels a lot lighter. The center of gravity is still, it's a nice low center of gravity. I mean, to end everything with the positives, well, we can go with the negatives. The rev matching is a bit weird on rain, of course, and standard. I have to pull back more for the response. And the other thing is just the bars for me. My lower back is hurting, but of course I've been riding for over 3 hours now, and I think if I had 14-inch apes, it would be a lot better. I do sit 5'10", 5'11". When I'm at a stop, my feet are flat on the ground. When I start slowing down, it feels like it wants to die for some reason, but I think that's just the rear cylinders. They do deactivate, and you could disable that feature, so that's a plus. I mean, of course, the positive is 122 horsepower, 128 pounds of torque. Bluetooth works great. The electronic windshield, I think, is pretty cool. It's really comfortable. It has floorboards. Nice clicking in the shifter. It's very smooth. Self-counseling blinkers. The brakes are freaking really good. And the mirrors work great. The mirrors actually are very practical. So overall, man, I mean, this bike has surpassed what I was originally thinking of this bike. And it actually is making me think very hard. Even though I love my Chief Dark Horse, but man, this bike, I do like riding long distances. And this is made for travel. It feels kind of a sport bike, kind of not too much like a cruiser. But it's, I mean, it outdoes itself. Alright guys, well, let me know in the comment sections if you guys ever rode the Indian Challenger, your thoughts on it. If you guys have tried out the Road Glide versus the Challenger, maybe you can put some comments down in below. Alright, well, much love and respect. Until next time, peace.